Opponent's not used to the classic turn 1 Besage Treefolk Harbinger revealing generous int. They were not prepared. Opponent doing a little bit of the old salt off in the chat here. I don't know if you can see it. They said, Jesus effing Christ, literally no point. I'm already gonna lose, so why even bother? Chameleon Colossus has entered play. You already know. You already know what's good. Our opponent's reading it and they're like, okay. Today, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm playing probably a not particularly competitive Amulet list, but that's only because I felt like doing something a little less serious, taking life a little less seriously, and hang out. Because today, my goal is to not really spend as much time explaining all the lines and stuff and like going over exactly what it is I'm doing. Because let's be honest, what I'm doing is Treefolk Amulet things, and it's not going to be the most optimal, so. But for now, we're just going to be jumping into the league, I suppose, and let's just hope we don't get paired against bad matchups. And while we wait for that match to get started, I should note what exactly it is that we're doing, why this is called Treefolk Amulet. It's because we're playing the card Treefolk Harbinger. It's a 1-mana 0/3, much like Arboreal Grazer, but it has the text, when it enters the battlefield, you may search for a Treefolk or Forest card, reveal it, shuffle your library, and then put the card that you revealed on top. So, for example, in the main deck, we have the card Lignify, which is a 2-mana tribal enchantment, Treefolk Aura, very much a classic here. It says, enchant creature. Enchanted creature is a Treefolk with base power toughness 0/4 and loses all abilities. So, nice, evasive creature, nice grief or whatever that they undied back into play. Actually, it's an 0/4 with no abilities. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Well, it'll have targets. And then, obviously, we have a ton of cards in the sideboard that we can search up. Not to mention, Generous Int itself is a Treefolk, and you can search for Generous Int as a threat in the main, or you can search for Basic Forest and put it on top. And in the sideboard, we have some cool ones like Rootless Yew, 5-mana 5/4, that when it dies, you get to search for a creature with a power of toughness 6 or greater and put it into your hand. Of course, that's always going to be Titan. We have Chameleon Colossus for protection from black against the black decks. We have Orvar against the creativity matchup, because you can search for this one, keep it in your hand, and then discard it to an Archon trigger and get an Archon of your own. And then Root Grapple as a instant speed answer to anything that will draw us a card if we can manage to keep our Treefolk Harbinger in play. So that's what we're doing today. We have a Harbinger hand, but no turn 1 green source. Hand's kind of slow in the draw. I feel like we can mulligan it. Ah, yes, this is the quintessential Treefolk Harbinger hand. We'll keep that one. And I guess we're putting Lignify back. I'm pretty okay with that. Might sandbag this Treefolk Harbinger. Actually, no, we probably want to lead on Besage Treefolk, so we'll decide based on what our opponent shows us what we want to search. It's looking for Generous Int right now, I'm thinking. That's right, the second Treefolk Harbinger. The deck knows what's good. It knows. We'll just play this one out and just make a snap decision on what we want to do with it against Misty Rainforest Go. We have enough lands at the moment, so I'm thinking just setting up the Generous Int is going to be the play here. Yeah, we could get Lignify with a second Treefolk Harbinger, but let's just get a Generous Int for now. I suppose we don't have to use Treefolk Harbinger. We can always just play it as an 0/3, but, Opponent's not used to the classic turn 1 Besage Treefolk Harbinger revealing Generous Int. They were not prepared. Catch your triumph. So probably just Rhinos. Yep, Footfalls. There we go. That's the one. Interesting. Well, our Generous Int could stack up against Rhinos pretty well. I guess now we're going Urza Saga. I don't necessarily foresee us... I guess we can Harbinger up a forest, draw it, and the next turn go land Dryad into forest and have 6 mana the turn after thanks to the Amulet. I don't hate that. I guess we'll commit to it. I mean, admittedly, this is not the 6th drop we would like to be casting, but we'll just full send it. You better bet we're attacking with Treefolk Harbinger. You better believe it. I don't know if the chat's working yet, so let me do a little testing here to see if it shows up in the chat box there. We shall see. It doesn't look like it's loading, but sometimes it can be slow. Ah, there it is. We got the chat working. Our opponent's going to Rhinos us out of the game. We love to see it. I guess we could just make a couple of Saga constructs if we really wanted to, but probably putting Dryad into play is going to be better than that. Let's see, we play 2 lands with Dryad this upcoming turn. Next turn we pay to activate Saga and we'll be like 1 short. Nah, I guess we just have to slam Dryad here. See if our opponent has something they want to do about it. Our Generous Int will hold the fort very generously and gain us 3 life to boot. Can you believe it? There's a Slayer Stronghold and a passing of the turn. Look, we have 10 power of booties in play. We got chump blocks for days. Here comes the Violent Outburst. See, I should have called this deck Big Booty Amulet because we got the Dryad, we got the Treefolk, and even Generous Int has a little bit of booty to add to the party. I'm just over here completely unbothered. At this point, I don't even care if I win the game. I just want to do Treefolk things. Are we... I guess we're taking our big booty blocks. I need to stop saying that. I promise you I'm going to stop saying that. See if we can find a Primeval Titan off the top. Maybe we can get both of these guys into play. This is one of the bad matchups I was a little bit hoping to avoid, by the way, but then again, there's probably a lot of matchups that are not great matchups for Treefolk Amulet, so... Dismember the Dryad. Ooh, One Ring. That's really good. Interesting. So we could... I guess we're just floating here. There's no timeline where we're ever just making a dude. We're definitely getting Amulet. I guess if we're gonna One Ring, right now is the best time since they can't just force us. They have 3 cards. I think it's probably gonna be a One Ring angle here. Just gonna ring it up. Hey, it's Snap Resolve. We love to see that. See what we draw. Lignify. Hey, we are gonna Lignify a Rhino token, everybody. You heard it here first. Lignify the Rhino token. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Bang. I said 0-4 with Trample. Thank you very much. The pause for the read. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. A sight. You know what? That's a screenshot for Twitter. That is a screenshot if I've ever seen one. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right. Hold on. Wait. I gotta get this posted real quick. Okay. We're back. Let's draw with our One Ring. The One Ring that fixes everything. And there's a Primeval Titan. That will be coming down the pipeline, but not quite fast enough. So I guess we're going like this. I guess we could have cycled Generous Ent for a basic. Mystical Dispute. You got me. I said no. Alright, your go. No attacks this time. Oh, wait. I gotta pull OBS back up. Gotta make sure I can tell if somebody's chatting in here. Not another set of rhinos. Oh no. Do we even block at this point? Probably. This one doesn't have reach like Grazers. It's not like it can block a Merfolk. Well, not Merfolk. Whatever. Murktide Regent. That's the one. A Merfolk Regent. That's a new card they're bringing in the next set. You know. I leaked it to you guys here and now. Merfolk Regent. Ugh. Why? All right. We're gonna draw. No Boros Garrison. Hey, second Amulet is not too shabby. That one is not too bad. Yeah, we're just gonna slam that one. No force, please. And thank you. Hey, no force. All right, let's go. Step 1 has been achieved. Here's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I guess they could have another Mystical Dispute, which would be quite the thing to happen. It could occur. That is absolutely factual. No dispute. All right, I mean, we're still doing this. Of course, we have Sunhome in hand fantastically. It's not a big deal, We'll chill. I guess we're gonna pick up the Besieger here since we're likely getting at least one bounce line off of this Titan ETB trigger. All right, our Titan is good. So if we did T-West Growth Chamber, we would have 6 Transmute for Azusa, play land Sunhome. We'd be able to double strike. Oh wait, do we play Azusa in this list? We do not. No Azusa. Okay. Well, it's probably Garrison Simic, so we can float 8, 9, use 2 Enslayers and still be able to play Generous Int. I guess that's the idea. I just want to get a Generous Int onto the battlefield, everybody. That's the main goal here, to be honest. If they want to trade with Titan, that's just fine with me. I figured we'd be getting bounce lands here. That's why I left the Rot Farm in play. All right, let's pick up, I guess, Growth Chamber so we can use it to make double blue for T-West and then pick up Basic Forest. See, that's 8 down to 6, 7. This should be fine. Yeah, we don't even need to tap the forest. We can just cast Generous Int. Here's a Generous Int. You know, it's possible we could have transmuted and, like, gone for a second Titan here, but that's alright. We can attack, get double Valcut, and go from there. Assuming they don't tap this down. They could have a Fire and Ice or something, or, like, a bounce spell. Brazen Borrower, Dead and Gone. We will find out. Looks like they have the spell. Yep. That is fine, I guess. We'll pass back to them. We can block one of their rhinos, take 8 down to 4, so it'll probably be fine. Again, I'm sure I could have played that turn out a little more accurately, but that's not the goal today anyway, so. Questing Beast. Fascinating. Well, I guess we have to block like this. We're taking 8 here, because if we don't block, we're taking 12 exactly, so this just kills our Dryad, but maybe that's fine? Generous Int giving us an extra turn here, maybe winning us the game. Oh, that's right, we're taking 3 damage down to 1, but 1 is not 0. Last I checked, 1 is not 0. Valcut's not a great draw. Well, we'll draw with our One Ring, see where that takes us. How about a third Amulet of Vigor? Certainly. Don't mind if I do. See if our opponent wants to force this. No? I think we probably have lethal here. Probably. It's the feeling that I get. Although we have Vesuva in hand, which makes things a little complicated, but we'll see. There's got to be a way to string it together. I'm going to try to leave some blue floating just in case we need it. Go force, I suppose. There's a Titan. Because we get Bounce Land T-West here, we can go for a second Titan. We can go for a second and third Titan here. Oh, wait, just a second Titan. Oh, man. I guess we can get, like, Bounce Land T-West, Transmute for Dryad, Haste, Titan, and Attack, and we're probably still fine. Yeah, I guess that's the play that we're going to have to make. Hopefully they don't have Force. Forgot this list is only playing 1 T-West. Definitely does come up in situations like this, where it would have been better to have another T-West, but it's alright. Because here we can just get a pack for Dryad. Just go for it. Ah, they had the force. Okay, interesting. So instead, I guess we use our food token. Can haste Titan and attack. Can't double strike because we have Sunhome, but they don't necessarily know that. Is there anything else we can do here? We don't have a Mycosynth to copy our One Ring, so we're not losing life, because otherwise we could be like block. I don't think there's anything else we could do. I'm gonna check the deck list, but yep, I think that's it. There's no way we could have beaten the Force there, I don't think. Maybe if I'd gone for 2 Titans on that one turn instead of tunneling into Titan into Genericent, it would have been fine, but it's all good. Also, we could have hit another like One Ring off of our draws here when we drew 4, and we just hit a bunch of lands, so unfortunate. Alright, so we want the explosives here. Let's see, probably not Dismembers. Beast Within is, like, arguable. I think it's probably just the 2 explosives, though. We can get rid of Lignify and one of the Harbingers, I think, at least. Is it possible we'd rather have a Lignify over a Harbinger? I kind of doubt it. We'll just run it like this. We came surprisingly close to winning that game. I'm kind of disappointed their last 2 cards were blue card plus Force. Ugh, because they didn't use Force any of the turns before either. They had to have drawn it as the last draw, because they would have forced our One Ring a long time ago if they had it. Ugh, oh well. Sometimes drawing cards from the One Ring can be a bit of a curse. Having the Vesuva in hand, for example, having drawn the Sunhome and the Slayers. Genericent actually looking pretty impressive there, holding the fort. Alright, we'll be on the play. Weird hand. I feel like we need to mulligan this to find something a little more substantial. We don't have enough lands, no bounce lands in this hand, an extra Dryad. It's not great. The Grazer does not really do much other than play Dryad on 2 in this hand, so I think we can safely mulligan this. Interesting. So we have explosives, we've got land drops, got a pack to get to Titan. We definitely keep this. Could bottom the Harbinger, I suppose. It's probably the best option, I think. I think we just go ahead and throw the explosives into play now, just so that if they have a force, they have to have it immediately, and they can't draw into it. It plays into, like, a Prismari command or something, maybe, but like a Leyline Binding, which I didn't see them playing. Probably better to play the explosives out immediately. I'm thinking about trying to get this record overlay working. Okay, so I've got the right link for it. Let me see if I can add this real quick. Oh, sorry, my opponent's waiting on me. Oops. Sorry, that's gonna happen sometimes. Let's see, we don't want this to make it visible just yet. Sorry, almost there. All right, now let's make it visible. See, that's not too bad. That looks pretty good. See if I can size it or something. We'll just do that right there. How about that? It doesn't look perfect, but I've never used it before, so let's get this Sanctuary into play, pick up the old Forest, and pass it back. I guess it's nice that having explosives here, as opposed to something like Ratchet Bomb, we could just play it out on turn 1 like that, and force them to have the force of negation immediately. They could have a Beseiju or something for our explosives, which would be annoying, but they are getting basics here too, so probably playing against Blood Moon or Magus. It's non-ideal, but I mean, we're playing a list that's pretty well equipped to beat that type of setup, so I guess we'll get our tap land out of the way here. If they don't Blood Moon us immediately, we can just slam the ring. We can always play Forest, pack for Genericent, or like we could pack for Genericent and play Forest and be able to pay for pack the turn after if we have Forest in play when we do that. It's always a possibility. Oh, now they're getting Ketria. Feeling like a possible Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon here. We have ways to play around it. Maybe even quite numerous ways, I might say. We also have 3 Beseijus in the main deck, so let me see if I can do something with this real quick. Let's cut off the edges like that, and then resize it. Opponent is telling us to go ahead and pop this, well, almost there. I don't know if that's even legible, but we're gonna run with that. Okay, so I guess we're going Grazer. So putting in the bounce land now plays into a Blood Moon or something. We could even just take a hit for 8 just to make sure that they can't just, like, you know, hit us with the Incept Violent Outburst and get a bunch more damage through. I guess it's going to be 8 either way, but we could also just go Forest One Ring. That plays into Force Negation, which they didn't have for explosives, so they may not have it now. So if we play One Ring, it gets Forest, and then they have Beseige or something for our explosives, then we're in pretty bad shape. We play Forest, Grazer, and Gruul Turf, pick up Forest, pop explosives at instant speed, and then the turn after have either we could pact, and if they force it, then play the ring, which I don't hate. That's probably the play, I think. And then if they do have Blood Moon, we can just play land One Ring. I wonder if there's a way to set some sort of opacity. Doesn't look like it. Rhino's opponent is on pause. Questing Beast once again, huh? I think we are just going to pop explosives here, despite the fact that we can just ring this upcoming turn. I think it's going to be the right play. We can ring. We could also just pact first, slam Titan, like get double bounce land or something. I mean, we could just lose to a Moon effect if we did that. We'd have to get like Forest bounce land, pick up Valcut, then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4... to pay, plus the bounce land and 2 forests in play. We could play One Ring after that. So I guess that's going to be the play. I'm going to lead on the Summoner's Pact because if they have Force, they probably need to force this. And if not, then we'll just go with our Titan plan of Forest, bounce land, and go from there. Do we trade with with the Questing Beast? That's an interesting option. I suppose we could potentially go for Dryad too if this resolves. Just go for it. So Dryad, for there's the Force. So we played around this. Here's a 1 ring. It pitched a Shardless Agent for that, by the way. Gonna yield to this one, and then we're gonna draw now in case we find something we want to play. That is not something we want to play, but it would answer a Blood Moon, so we'll chill on that. And then we'll just yield to Instep here, I suppose. I don't know why. Oh, I guess the damage here can't be prevented, right? Right. So, oh, they should have attacked with the Shardless, too. Can't block either. Okay. Yep. So actually, this 1 ring doesn't stop them from getting through with the Rhinos. Now I think about it. In fact, it doesn't stop them from getting through at all. Are we supposed to Besage the Shardless Agent just to make sure we're not taking as much damage? Questing Beast does stop our ring a little bit, huh? They haven't had a moon yet, so I'm just gonna hit the Shardless. We're probably getting Violent Outbursted here, but, you know, gotta do what you can. Might seem dumb to try to save just the 2 life points, but I think it could end up mattering. Grazer. Okay, let's draw some cards. More Grazers, huh? More Grazers. Well, let's slam another ring, I guess. Questing Beast kind of ruining our ring plan here, too. It's funny that these Grazers don't actually do anything against the Questing Beast. They can't even just chump block for the 3 damage. Ugh. Okay, well, let's go Valakut, Grazer in a Forest, and I guess just pass? Are we even supposed to put the lands into play? Because if we find a Dryad, then going land for multiple Valakut triggers seems pretty good. I think we're actually supposed to hold the lands, keeping 1 Grazer back for additional Valakut triggers. I suppose, like, the best case scenario is they, like, tap out for, like, a Lorien Revealed or something, and then they just don't have, like, any interaction for Dryad, and we just go, like, land, and kill them with Valakut. Very possible. Although they have Flame of Anor, which is an instant speed way to answer Dryad. Or to destroy our explosives as well. So playing around them having destruction effects, pretty good idea. Gemstone Cap. We are not blocking that. Go to 6. We basically just have to try to win this turn. Although they didn't have Outburst, but they could now because they use Flame. Or they could just like hard cast a Fury or something. We do still have another explosives we can draw into. Jam into some 21 pilots at the moment, though you can't hear it, hopefully. Ah, the 3rd Shardless Agent, huh? Just 1 they pitched to Force, so I guess we should be looking at these reveals. Blood Moons, Fury. Not really a lot of surprises here. All right, let's see what the top of our deck can grace us with. Dryad is a good one. Amulet plus Titan is a good one. All good too, I guess. Generosent is something that we can draw. I mean, we're probably not just straight up dead here. Unless, I mean, they could have a bounce spell for our Generosent, which would be awkward. Our opponent is paused on our draw step here. Thinking about using Force of Vigor on our 1 ring. Let's draw some cards. Hey, there's a Pact and a Dryad. So we can cycle Generosent for a land. Oh wait, do we have another Forest? We should, I think. Oh yeah, we got plenty of basics. So we can cycle Generosent, Pact for Dryad, play double Dryad, then go land, Grazer in a land, and that beats 1 interaction spell on a single Dryad, but does not beat Force of Vigor. Alternatively, we could play 1 Dryad and play land, and send the 2 triggers at Questing Beast, and if they bounce Dryad, we can then play another Dryad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maybe, so we can go Dryad, land, trigger Valakuts. If that goes through, play another land, then just hard cast Generosent. Or we could go for the win here. So if we go for that... So if we play Dryad and then play Force and they don't have interaction, then we can just go straight for the win. If they answer the Dryad, we can still use land drop plus Grazer to interact with their board and have a Generosent to interact. So I think it's going to be right to play Dryad into land here. Of course, if they just have literally nothing, we just get to pack for a Titan or something, that would work as well. These need to go at Questing Beast, though, I feel pretty certain. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe we're supposed to point them upstairs so that we just literally win this turn if they don't have interaction, because now we're losing to potentially a Violent Outburst or something. Looks like they have interaction, though, so not the biggest deal. Oh, we can't play Generosent, though. Dismember Dryad. Okay. So now I guess we Summoner's Pact, and that gets countered and we lose. It's always hard to play these matchups. Guess we're going Dryad still. Go Forest, shoot. Questing Beast still, I think. Although it's legendary, so they could have another Questing Beast, potentially. Besage you. Yeah. Well, we might just be dead then. I don't think there's anything we could have done to beat this combination, because even if we went double Dryad into land, then a Grazer, we still lose to Dismember and Besage you. So let's see, we play Grazer here. So we play Grazer, we go block, block. Hold on, we go block, take 4, still lose. At least 4. I think we're just dead here. That's unfortunate. That is all right, though. We will cruise along. Well, if you're just lurking and watching, I hope that these are interesting games regardless. At this point, if I'm doing any talking about the strategy of the game, it's for my own benefit and for no other reason. Sometimes I feel like I need to talk through things to like understand it. I don't do that when I'm playing in paper, but I think this is a keep, by the way. I don't really do that as much playing in paper because I don't like to give my opponent my thought process, but I'm still thinking through the same things in my head. Honestly, I find that I play better on stream than I do off stream, weirdly enough. No, not again. We just got out of this mess. All right. Maybe this opponent won't have stupid freaking questing beast. Generosant. I guess we can go cycle Generosant for Forest, play Forest and Grazer. Immediately after I get done with this league and this stream, I'll have to jump back onto the endless reviewing of PowerPoint slides for med school, which is about as fun as it sounds. They have no land drops, unusual. I think we're still just getting Amulet here. So we can go Bounce Land Dryad, Bounce Land Ring, if we really wanted to. I don't really see the point in that necessarily. We can go Bounce Land Dryad Saga and have Saga activation up, which I guess is worth it. We leave Bounce Land in play here. And now we go, I guess, another Saga, and we can activate here. We're making a little mini board presence here, which I am a fan of. I don't know, maybe we just don't even go for Titan this game. Maybe we just activate Saga, get another Amulet, play Bounce Land, just activate Saga, just have a bunch of tokens that are just way bigger than 4/4s. Our opponent is looking like they might be in a lot of trouble here. especially with that draw. Okay. Let's this go. So if we make a token, play Amulet, after searching Amulet, play Bounce Land, we can still get to Titan. So I guess it's free. And if they have Force, then them forcing Amulet is fine anyways. Dead to kill a thing. Yep, sure. Love to hear it. Go for Amulet. We're going to... I guess we could go Bounce Land into Amulet, and then we can still play One Ring if all goes south. But if we go Bounce Land into Amulet, then that lets us activate Saga for a construct. So let's hit 5 to make sure we're not getting our Amulet triggers just yielded straight through. That would not be great. See if they have the Force. They don't. Okay, we'll play this. Opponent doing a little bit of the old salt off in the chat here. I don't know if you can see it. They said, Jesus effing Christ, literally no point. I'm already gonna lose, so why even bother? Well, okay. Oh, now I gotta fix this. Never doing that again. I mean, to be fair, they have the right to be salty because they aren't hitting their land drops, which is very annoying. Let's see, we cut a Harbinger and the Lignify, I think. We could Beast within their lands. I don't know that that's the best option, but, you know. Rootless you to trade for 1 Rhino and search for a Titan doesn't seem that great, so I think we're just going to run it this way and get Blood Mooned and Force of Vigor and all this. We are living our best life. We do not care, even in the slightest. This hand is not great, either, I should mention. Good old Boros Garrison really trying his best to ruin my life once again. We have Explosives also, though. I mean, this hand is probably a trap. We go Amulet. If we draw Green Bounce, we have 3, 4, 5. So in 2 turns, we could cast a Titan if we draw Green Bounce Land. And if we don't, we have Explosives to stem the bleeding. I'm just gonna keep it. Hey, we found a green source. I'll take that. Let's go Amulet, I suppose. Make them have the Force immediately. Aha! They didn't have it. Take that. Now we go Sunhome, and then if we draw Green Bounce Land, oh, I should have played the Explosives too. What am I doing? Or we could have another Amulet Vigor, huh? Well, probably don't want to play that one into Force. Or maybe we do because of Explosives? Interesting. Do we want to leave Garrison in play? Guess... I feel like this is the turn to play Explosives out. Probably last turn was, if I'm being real, and now we play Amulet, and they have to pick and choose what they're going to hit. And the next turn, Green Bounce Land just lets us straight up kill our opponent through Force, which they don't have anyways. I mean, I'm assuming we can kill. We have Sunhome in play and Garrison in hand, but I don't know that that will matter. Oh, opponent just scooped it up. Well, oh, of course we were getting there anyways. Good scoop, opponent, I guess. Well, okay. Well, let's just hop in. Well, we are currently 1-1 against Rhinos. Must be a good matchup, I would say. Totally joking, by the way. Well, I guess while we're waiting, let me put up the beautiful, perfect deck list on screen. The fact that Treefolk can actually search up Generosant is kind of nice. I want to abuse this a little more. I want some more Generosants in the list, I think. Probably would, like, trim a Besage to the sideboard and, like, play another Ent or something. I say that as if tuning this list to be as competitive as possible is worth anything, but, I mean, we gotta get paired against a Ragavan deck. That's the whole point of doing this, is getting paired against Ragavan and Blood Moons and just being like, who cares? Nice Blood Moon and Ragavan opponents. How about a 6/6 Trampler? That's kind of the whole point. Hey, we got a Harbinger and a Grazer. That doesn't happen often. I mean, we just need 1 bounce land and this hand has Titan mana. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe it's not the best, but we gotta go Grazer here first, just in case we can dry out on 2 and have an extra land drop. Like, if we draw bounce land, then doing this is the best possible thing, I think. Ooh, Blooming Marsh. Yawgmoth, I'm assuming. Here comes Delighted Halfling. Yep. I called it. I'm the prophet. And that's the bounce land that we were hoping to find. So now we go Dryad bounce land. And Harbinger is going to guarantee we have our extra land drop this upcoming turn if we miss on Titan. Because obviously we can draw any untapped source here and cast Titan on turn 3. But if we miss on the untapped source, Treefolk Harbinger will guarantee that we get there. Classic Treefolk W. Gilded Goose off of Pendlehaven. Ooh, Pendlehaven is an unusual one in this deck. I didn't know that they were doing that. We found the untapped source. No freaking way. They have Besaidron Dryad. Well, we can still cast a Titan here, so that's fine. We have plenty of force to find. Now our Treefolk Harbinger is just setting up an actual threat, so that's cool, I guess. And here we get TOS bounce land and pick up the Gruul Turf. The Gruul Turf. Just yield it back to them. This way we can get Dryad into play this upcoming turn. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. See if we can get this Cloudbot in here. Turned off and back on. All right. Try again, try again. There's the Yawgmoth. Is it good enough, though? That is the question. Is the Yawgmoth enough? No way! It works! It actually works! Okay. Don't tell me I have to do this every time I'm live, though. Yes! Okay, decklist command working. We love that. Okay, let's get a Dryad here. Feeling absolutely chill. Not a care in the world. Treefolk Harbinger just hanging out. You better bet we are going to play Treefolk Harbinger. Here's a Dryad, though. And we're going to attack, get double Vowel Cut. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triggers, which is enough to kill our opponent. So, yeah, they're dead. Oh, they have the mana. Interesting. So they're going to Besaidron Dryad again. That's not great. Or they're going to put a minus counter on it for some reason, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Trying to draw into Besaidron. That's what they're doing. Or trying to draw into double Endurance, I guess. There's a lot of resources to deal with this Dryad that will still not get the Titan out of play. They need second Endurance or Besaidron here. Yep, there we go. Got game 1 against the Yogg, which is always a great place to be. I like explosives against them. I like dismembers against them. Endurance I don't think matters much. Chameleon Colossus can win through a stupid Necromentia effect, so I guess we take that. Rootless You not really feeling at currents. Root Grapple sadly says non-creature permanent, so I don't love that. I don't really foresee us trying to copy Yawgmoth with Orvar, but it is possible. Lignify, removing the abilities of a Yogg is kind of interesting. It's basically Dismember, and we can search for it with Harbinger, so I guess we like it. Generous Ent, letting us fix through Mages is interesting, but if we're going to win alternatively, we're just going for Colossus, and we have lots of forests and ways to search, so I think I'm okay with this. We can trim Map and some Sagas, I suppose. Actually, Map and 1 Saga at least. We don't want to get, like, Force Figured out of the game too bad. Trim a Summoner's Pact. Actually, no, we'll keep Summoner's Pact. What do we trim? Maybe we just don't want explosives since we have so much extra stuff. We'll trim explosives. And, Besaidron. Sounds good. What a weird hand. I guess we could just lead on Saga and just, like, go turn 3 Dryad, turn 4 Titan, and just hope they have literally nothing on the draw. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We can draw 1 rings and Titans and stuff, and they just won't have Force of Vigor. And if they do, we'll just calmly move to the next game. Not a big deal. I think we do need to... I guess if we go turn 1 Valcut, turn 2 Saga, then on turn 3 we can play Forest into land and have Amulet coming in play on turn 4. Oh, they Thoughtseize away our Dryad. That's very sad. Hey, we found a Titan, though. So that's kind of interesting. Do we just slam the Saga? I mean, our little tokens are not going to matter. I guess they matter a little bit for pressuring Grist, perhaps. We'll just do it this way. We're going to need to get till turn 4, get to turn 4 with our Amulets in play in order to get this Titan down anyways. I guess we could have turn 3 if we top deck exactly Amulet, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's top deck a Dismember or a Dryad. We'll take that. Next turn we get to go Forest, Dryad, into Valakut. Actually, maybe it's better to go Forest, Dryad, into Bounce Land, so that if they force our Dryad and Saga, then we can play Forest for turn and have 4 mana for a 1 ring if we top deck it. Probably better that way. Our opponent missed second land drop too, I think. Oh, they did have Force. Okay. I think Grazer is our best pickup here then. We'll take our 1 damage. 1 damage coming at us. Chameleon Colossus. You know that's the top deck that I wanted. Alright, let's get this Growth Trimmer into play, I guess. Next turn we can go Forest, Dryad, Bounce Land, pick up Forest. No, it doesn't really matter, because getting a Titan the turn after if we top deck an untap source doesn't do much, because we have both Valcuts in hand, so it's probably just Forest, Dryad, Valcut. Then we can play Chameleon Colossus, and then Titan another turn after that. We're on the slow plan, but our opponent has done their best to slow us down, so I'm not that super worried about it yet. Still looking to top deck that Dismember for sure. No blocks. I'm glad that they don't have something to do with this mana. I bet they have like Cord, Yawgmoth, and stuff like that in hand. Interesting. So I guess we're going Dryad into Forest Grazer, put in Bounce Land or something. Oh, and this doesn't work. No, we're just going Dryad into Valakut as per the previous plan. See if they want to force this. They're going to have 4 mana this upcoming turn, so they're about to have Yawgmoth in play, Orcish Bowmasters. That should not be in their deck. that one should not be in the deck right now. I mean, it'll be really good if they have Cord, though. Go for the Throat, certainly. I mean, if we draw a land, we could even consider packing for Dryad here. That can be a land if we want to double pact, but I'm kind of doubting it. So we can go Grazer and Bounce Land, play Forest, and also play Colossus, which I guess is going to be the idea. Unless our opponent wants to Cord in response to Grazer for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can Cord for Yawg here if they have it. This Chameleon Colossus does hit hard, and they can't Yawg it, because we can just start doubling its power. Chameleon Colossus has entered play. Good old classic Chameleon Colossus. You already know. You already know what's good. Our opponent's reading it and they're like, okay. I don't know, maybe Colossus is not really worth in this matchup, but if we get Necromentia, then it'll be really nice. Our opponent has to keep up a blocker for this, so they could just kind of lose to it. So there's that. It also attacks right through these Bowmasters and armies, blocks them like nobody's business. Yawgmoth. So we're close to dead here. Gonna yield do the old turn. Ugh. And they top deck immediately an Undying creature. That's pretty decent, I might say. Goodbye, Arboreal Grazer. Come on, dude. Come on. Okay. So basically, there's no way we're not dead here, because the land plus Eldritch Evolution kills us. Cord kills us. Just playing a Blood Artist kills us. Just like everything is lethal here. So I probably should just go ahead and scoop it up, but I'm not going to. I'm just chilling. Like I said, this is fun. We're doing all right here. Now, that said, if they show us something that literally kills us, you know, if they're not careful, they could put themselves dead to the protection from black on Chameleon Colossus. Actually, I don't think that's even possible because of the fact that Young Wolf does this. Yep, there's Zulaport, and we have lost the game. Chill Beans. I mean, I don't even know if that hand was necessarily bad. EE doesn't look too bad when they're trying to slow down and interact with us, though. Maybe Colossus is too much. I'm also kind of like wanting this extra Saga, despite the fact they have Force. Maybe that's bad, but I think it's worth it, and we can just sandbag our amulets. Can trim some Harbingers, I think. Lignify looking a little situational. Kind of forgot we had Lignify in the deck. I think I still like Colossus as a way to win through Necromentia. We shall chill. Do we want the Lignify for our 2 Treefolks? Maybe. Man. What a weird hand. Got lots of interaction. Double Dismember is good against them, but this just dies to Force. Any land, and we get to map for Bounce Land. Treefolk sets us up with another green source as well. We still need to top deck Titan. Kind of awkward. If we get forced with this Urza Saga in play, we just lose on the spot. We could play Saga Pass. I think we just gotta mulligan this. It would be way too greedy to keep. Alright, this hand's way better. This hand's the same hand as the last one, but better. So definitely hold on to this one. Getting rid of this Treefolk, for sure. Keep that, bottoming the Treefolk. We are going to play Amulet on 1, just so we can get Dryad on 2. Another Bounce Land might be our best top deck, actually. They've mulliganed to 5. Dismember likes to hear that. It's not impossible that they just go like turn 1 Dork and we're supposed to dismember it. I kind of am doubting it, but it is technically possible. Unlikely they can force with the pitch here. Dryad Arbor Path. Is that one good enough to dismember? I'm thinking it could be. that might be a dismember angle. I think that's a dismember, to be honest. Do we leave the Bounce Land in play? I don't think so. This just has to be a dismember angle. There's no way it's not, right? It's too good. It's too good. You can't tell me that that's not the play. You just cannot. Ooh, Bounce Land. That's not bad. I guess we're supposed to play One Ring here? Better than Colossus, I think. Let's just play around more hate if they were to draw a Force. And also lets us draw into another Dismember, hopefully in time. So we have 7 mana this upcoming turn, but not enough blue for TOS, unfortunately. Oh, they're rebuilding quickly. Oh, we can transmute for Explosives. Explosives on 2 doesn't seem too bad if we can play and pop it. We'll draw first, though. Another ring, huh? So if we go Bounce Land, and float blue... Actually, so if we go Saga Bounce Land, we have 6. Transmute. We can only Explosives for 1. Maybe we're supposed to Explosives on 1 here, just to deny them the mana and the creature for Yawg. Don't really hate it. It's an interesting situation. Float a blue here. Because we don't really need... I guess it's better maybe to go for a Summoner's Pact, though. Going for Pact has got to be better, right? Alright, and we'll pass it back to them. No point in attacking, I don't think. Chameleon Colossus just hanging out. Have land. So if we had EE on 1 and popped it, they could still play a Yawg this turn. But not that it does much. If they have Necromentia, they basically just have to do that now. They don't really have any other choice. Or they could just slam a Yawg. I mean, there is a chance where we like go for Valakut shenanigans with Dryad and get blown out by like Boseiju or Force or something. Oh, Grit. I don't know that that really matters at this point. Arguably it does. Glad to see it taking out one of their own as well. Interesting. Alright, we'll let this go. And we'll draw with the ring, I guess. Maybe we're not supposed to do that. Maybe we're supposed to go Bounce Land, pack for Titan, play Titan, and haste it, and then draw with the ring. If we draw Slayer Stronghold, we can just play it though. So like, and then like use Vesuva Valcut, or Vesuva Boros. So I think it's okay to draw first. Bowmasters, that's fine. There's a very real possibility our opponent's just dead. EE, huh? EE on 2 looking really good. They have an Orc army, which is annoying. So we go Bounce Land, Titan, Pack for Titan, Haste Titan, attack. Well, hold on. Well, we could leave a white floating. Oh, hold on. We could leave a red floating and get another Sanctuary. Play EE on 2. Oh, hold on. No, I don't know that we can have all the mana to do that. See, we can also just Titan, get, like, land, bounce land, EE on 2 and pop it and not even attack. Because their Grist is not really threatening us right now, which is an interesting line. We could play Forest, Pack for Titan, play Titan, get double bounce land. I think we're going to be picking up Saga here anyways, no matter what we do. So this lets us get, like, Valcut bounce land and leave enough floating. I think this is going to be better. I mean, if they... Oh wait, they can't actually trade with our Titan here either though, because they only have 5 power. So I guess we're doing it this way. I guess we pick up Saga, we Pact, get Titan, leave white floating, haste off of Slayer's Valcut, and then we get double bounce land and EE on 2, and gonna be pretty hard to lose from there, I think. Attack Grist, I guess. Get Simic and Simic, so that way we can top deck a Talaria West. I think EE on 2 is still better than on 0 here, so, and then we'll just pop it, pass to them. Discard, I guess, the Saga, and I guess Forest. Basic Swamp. We're definitely taking this block. They could have another Bowmasters, but at this point we just don't care. There we go! Yo! We are 2-1. Let's just hop in for the next one. Just out here vibing with my Treefolk guys. Oh, this hand's so awkward. So we'll have to play Bounce Land and pick up Saga. Probably worth it though. And we could top deck any untapped source to be able to avoid that. I'm keeping this. Spire Bluff. Alright. Untap green source for Harbinger, please. Untap green source. Basic Forest or Boseiju, let's go. One time, please. Basic Forest. That's not it. That ain't it. Alright. I mean, this is a matchup where Treefolk Harbinger should be pretty decent, so I'm happy regardless that we get to test this out. Oh, Ragavan. Never change. Here comes turn 2, Blood Moon. Celestian Sanctuary off the top. At least we didn't want to draw that one. DRC. We can Lignify that one. Bounce Land would be good here too. Not Bounce Land. Amulet would be good here too, assuming they don't have Spell Pierce. Oh, double DRC, huh? Interesting. Dryad. Man, we suck at this game. So we go Bounce Land next turn, they just like counter our Dryad and we just have nothing. I guess next turn we could draw Amulet, and that would let us like get Titan into play if they have literally nothing. We have to play Bounce Land here. I really freaking hate it, but we just have to. And I guess we're discarding, what are we discarding? Maybe Summoner's Pact is possibly the worst card. I don't think we're ever gonna get a window to cast Treefolk Harbinger, unfortunately. Lignify is 2 mana to answer a channeler, doesn't seem that great, but it's not the worst. It also answers the Murktide to some extent, but it doesn't get rid of the counters, I don't think. I think it's pretty unlikely we draw exactly Amulet, so I'm going to pitch the pack. Still, untap land would be very good. Our opponent just had a nuts opener. And our opponent's going to get Delirium pretty soon here now. Dude, this would have been so different if we were on the play, too. Stern Scolding. In the main deck, huh? That's interesting. They did mill all 3 with 2 things in the Surveil from Consider, so they exiled Boseiju. Would have liked to draw that one. And Murktide? Oh my gosh, dude. This is just the freaking perfect curve. How are we supposed to beat that? Okay. Alright, against them, we want some Dismembers. Actually, maybe not, because we have Harbingers and Grazers to deal with Ragavan. We definitely want Endurances. I don't mind Rootless U, necessarily, because they do have to answer it, and it's a 5/4. It's a threat. Explosives is kind of interesting, too. I don't mind Explosives. We definitely don't want Summoner's Pact. And I think we can board out of the Sagas and Amulets in this matchup since we are set up this way. I don't know, maybe Amulet's not all that bad, though. We can keep a couple of Amulets, I guess. Not all 4, though. Guess we keep, maybe 2 Summoner's Packs just as extra factual Primeval Titans, though I don't love it, and 1 Dismember. Dismember's not great against them. Let's keep the 4th Amulet. Could have Beasts Within. Oh, wait, hold on. They could have Magus of the Moon, in which case having Dismember does actually help trim these 2. Could even have the 3rd Dismember. Maybe we'll play Dismember over a Summoner's Pact. Or actually over Lignify, because Lignify's not that great. Well, we've got plenty of additional top indie threats. We got some interaction. The sideboarding with this list is extremely weird. I will tell you, Ragavan will not connect. 0 connection with Ragavan here. We are making certain of that. Certain. I definitely was saying it that way intentionally. Alright, we'll be on the play here. We got a turn 1 Amulet or Harbinger hand. I mean, we're definitely keeping this. What are we setting up with this Harbinger, though, is the question. Is it too early to tell? Do we just want to go ahead and get the Rootless U? Do we want to lead on Amulet here, just so it can't get Spell Pierced, and then go turn 2 Treefolk? I don't hate that, because then they might go ahead and play their Ragavan, and then playing Treefolk prices them into trying to kill the Treefolk to get through the Ragavan, whereas if they know we have Treefolk, they might just not play Ragavan on one. I don't know, maybe not about that, but probably playing Amulet first to play around them having Spell Pierce is better. This also means if we draw another Treefolk, we can just unload 2 of them on this upcoming turn. DRC. That's not the 1-drop we were hoping they would have. We can search up Lignify, I guess, if we still have it. I think I boarded it out, though. We do have Bajuka Bog, so it's not the end of the world. Go ahead and play Harbinger. I guess we just get Generous Ent, as it's better than the average draw, I think. Because next turn we can just slam the Ring. Maybe it's Rootless U, because we can play it earlier. It doesn't have Reach, though. I think I'm just going to go with Ent, maybe? We're 2 turns away from U, but 3 turns away from Ent. I'm going to go with U, I think. We could also have just neglected to use it, but for those of you who don't know what Rootless U does, there's a 5-mana 5/4 that when it dies, we get to search for a creature with a power toughness 6 or greater, reveal it, and put it into our hand. And have another DRC. Well, our Bog is looking like it's doing pretty much nothing, so that's great. They could be holding up Spell Pierce here. Are we supposed to play around it, though? We could just play Forest and pass, and the next turn either play One Ring or U, depending on what is happening. Or we could just slam the One Ring now. If we slam One Ring and top deck a bounce land, we can play U next turn anyways. I think I'm playing the One Ring, to be honest. I'm going to make them have it. One Ring, please resolve. They could also be casting Consider here in the hopes that they find a Force. Lorien Revealed. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, so no Spell Pierce is great. Let's see if they have a Force for the One Ring. Also, Lorien Revealed not triggering their DRCs is perfect. Also, ironically, if they were to set up Delirium during their upcoming turn here, then we get to take it away with Bog. And maybe we'll draw a 3-drop or some other intermediary threat to play on our next turn, since this One Ring is probably resolving. Good old Treefolk Harbinger. Is it Treefolk or is it Treefolk? Treefolk. I don't know what I'm saying. Go ahead and get a little draw action going on and pass it back to them. Another bounce land. So that means that we can play you this upcoming turn if we want to. No attacks. Absolutely 0 attacks. It would be kind of funny to attack, though. Not gonna lie. Because it's not like they can do damage this turn anyways, but, you know, Blood Moon, certainly. You have got it. Alright, let's draw a Dryad or an Endurance or, I don't know, anything. I'll take anything. We have Forests galore for this Blood Moon matchup. Blood Moon, not an issue. I tell you. Alright, Dryad or Endurance. I'll even take a Pact, actually. Ooh, Explosive. Ooh, Explosive. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll play Explosives on 1 and pop it. Goodbye, Dragon's Rage Channeler Problem. No! It was cast with 0 freaking colors! Ugh! Oh, no, dude. Oh, well. I'm so done, dude. I'm still just in physical and emotional. Every kind of anguish you can think of, I'm experiencing it right now. All of them. My eye's about to start twitching in a second. We could have Harbingered something at the top and then drawn that specifically. I guess we're putting the Generous Ent on top. We'd be so winning right now. I'm never gonna get over that, dude. Ugh. And now they have stupid Delirium. I'm so triggered. I'm so mad. I guess we need exactly Endurance. Grazer would buy us a turn. Another Explosives would be good. There's a Grazer. That helps. We could draw a Ring, I suppose. Hey, there's an Explosives as well. Okay. Let's see. They could have... Oh, we have Beseiju as well. So we could play Bounce Land, Beseiju this, and have 6 mana. Play Dryad into Valakut and send a trigger. Alright. There's a plan here for sure. So we Beseiju this Blood Moon. Gotta be careful not to lose our One Ring, though. We're just dead to Bolt no matter what. So there's that. We could also play Forest into Grazer. I think that's what we're supposed to do. We're gonna do that. Oh, we can Bog them as well. They might just get Delirium back, though. I think Valakut is what forces them to actually take action. We have 1 chump blocker, so if they kill our Dryad, then we can lean on the Explosives. And if they don't, then we can chump block the Channeler. They have the heat. And we could just pack for Endurance here. Interesting. I think packing for Endurance ain't bad. I'd have to have exactly Counterspell. I think I'm packing for Endurance, or they could have like another heat or something, because Endurance also can block. So this puts maximum pressure on them. Ooh, we could actually evoke Endurance. We could evoke Endurance pitching you, and then if all of this fails, then play Explosives on 1 and blow it up. I think that's going to be the play, because they have to counter this. And that's fine. All of this will go through, and then we get to play EE on 1 and catch back up. Although, it will be awkward, because a Ragavan will be good from them, but not much we can do about that. Oh my goodness. And we can still play Titan this upcoming turn, so what a stack, y'all. What a stack. Alright, we'll let this go. We'll put a card on top. We'll play our Explosives on 1 here, actually tapping the mana this time. They have to have exactly Spell Pierce here, or like Force of Negation. There's a reason why we pitched to Endurance. Found a way to survive. It's not necessarily a way to win, but a way to survive. And we're not dead to our Pact, even if they have another Blood Moon. We are going to be dead to Bolt, though, no matter what we do. We can always wait on our Explosives, just in case they have Ragavan. I don't know that it matters, really, but them playing Ragavan puts them down a mana overall, so I don't know if we care that much about it. think we just do it now. No, we'll wait. We'll just wait. I guess doing this allows them to go searching for a bolt effect. Probably should have done this like upkeep or something. I don't know. That stack was crazy though. Alright, let's go to attack phase, and then we'll go ahead and pop explosives. This plays around Ragavan a bit. I guess we need to draw into another One Ring and play and resolve it, since we're gonna be at 3. We'll draw now, just to see if that informs how we're paying at all. There's another One Ring. Wow, we got a lot of stuff here. Okay, so I think we're not gonna need to attack with Titan here. I think we're paying like this, and an Amulet, huh? Okay, so I guess we start with Amulet, and we'll play Grazer, I suppose. We just have to hope that they don't have counterspell for our One Ring either. Oh, we should be thinking about playing around Spell Pierce. So we should probably just go like Grazer and Bog here, exile their stuff, and then play land Ring immediately just so we can't get Spell Pierce. Right, we'll play Ring here, leaving the black up for like Dismember or something, I guess. Nah, actually, hold on. We can do this better. We don't have to play the Harbinger. Maybe we should be though. I don't think playing Harbinger is worth it here. They have Consider. I have to find Counterspell or Bolt right now. I have Archmage's Charm, Force of Negation. Well, I guess we lose anyways. Very close. I think we would have won that if I had played the explosives on 1 instead of on 0 by accident. I think we easily won that, but oh well. That's all right. We'll just jump in here. Should be, in my opinion, probably 3-1, but we're 2-2 instead, which happens. That was a little soul crushing, not gonna lie. So what do you guys think so far? So annoying to make one tiny mistake against one of the matchups that's supposed to be good because we're playing Treefolk Harbinger, and then lose because of it. So unbelievably annoying. We'll keep this. Turn 3, One Ring seems good enough to me. Probably going Grazer in Simic. That way we can play tap TOS and then have an extra untap source in hand if we don't draw a 3-drop. I guess we could just go Grazer again next turn. Can this hand play Titan on turn 3 just because we have double bounce land and Grazer? Then like next turn we go TOS, Grazer, and bounce land. No, we're 1 short. Misty Pass, huh? I see. We're gonna do what I talked about before about Grazering and bounce land picking up TOS. And no attacks with the Grazer, just in case they have, I don't know what, double bolt Goblin Guide or something, I guess. Even that seems like a win to me, so I wouldn't be that opposed to it, but I don't know, maybe could have attacked with a Grazer for the meme. Missing out on meme value is always a sad thing. Good old Steam Vent. Lorien revealed. Could still be Murktide, could still be Rhinos. See what kind of land they get here off the Lorien revealed. Pretty cool. Definitely Rhinos again, unfortunately. I mean, I have nothing against Rhinos, but playing against it 3 times in the same freaking league, not what I was hoping for. Maybe we want to wait on the One Ring until they have Rhinos in play just to guarantee that it gives us an extra turn. Unless we draw another One Ring here, I think. Forest. Definitely playing TOS. I think we just pass it. I mean, we could also pack for Dryad, play Dryad land, pay for Pact, play... Nah, we would need another land to guarantee we get to play the One Ring, so I'm just gonna pass it back. Be patient. Be paciente. That's not a real... I don't know, maybe that is the Spanish word for patient. I highly doubt it, though. Gonna bounce my Arboreal Grazer with... Oh, gonna Besage me, huh? That's the plan, huh? Well, we're back down to 4 mana, so it's a good thing we didn't go for the pack for Dryad line, I guess. Hey, now we don't have to pack for it either. They go Violent Outburst into Shardless Agent, and we just, like, One Ring and completely stop all of their aggression. Unless they also happen to be playing... Questing Beast. It could be a Questing Beast meta. Is that something that the Pro Tour lists were playing? Because I know that, Rhinos did very well at the Pro Tour, 3 copies in the top 8, but I don't remember if any of them played Questing Beast, to what they revealed to us. I saw a Murktide region, I think, in the list of revealed cards. No, Mystical Dispute is what I saw. Dispute, got some bounce spells, got some forces. Again, nothing really interesting here. Take our double block with Grazer, as we are apt to do. Gain us an extra 2 life in the long run by doing it this way. And we could just go for Titan here. If we Summoners Pact, they probably have to force it. And if they don't, then they might just be dead. I'll cast the Summoner's Pact, see what they do. And they have to do something about this. They're gonna force one of these 2 things. I don't really care which one it is, to be honest. Even if they were to, like, bounce Dryad in response to the Pact, we could then play Dryad, play bounce and pick up an untap land, and then play the untap land and play Ring. So, like, there's not a whole lot of interaction they can have here that punishes us for this line. They do force. Sure. Let's go ahead and play the Ring. See if they have a second force. Don't know that's possible, because they revealed 2 forces here. I guess they could have exactly 1 more force in hand. That one resolves. Okay. Draw here. Another Ring, huh? Interesting. I guess we're picking up T-West. We could transmute it for Valakut potentially next turn. Not attacking into potential Rhinos off of a Violent Outburst. So we'll just chill. I guess while I've got this working, I might as well do this command as well. Oh, I don't know if this one's working. I know the deck command worked. It worked for a second, and now it's not working. What is all that about? Let me refresh this. Petty Theft the Dryad. Sure. Turn this on. Then we'll try this again. I guess I'm not surprised they didn't Petty Theft the One Ring. I'll tell you what, that's what I'm not surprised about. Be okay with this. Generous int. More like generous interesting. I'm sorry, I'll go home. Interesting. Okay, so we can play Dryad, transmute TOS for Valcut, play land, kill one rhino. If they don't have interaction for the Dryad, we can hardcast Generous Int, play land and pass. We can play the One Ring, and it could get forced, but then our next One Ring is going to be clean. If they're just holding up Outburst, then I think playing another One Ring is the best thing we can do against their plan. So I'm going to go for. All right, we'll keep the new One Ring, because it's the same amount of cards and one less life lost in the process. No Amulet. All right, another Bounce Land's actually perfectly fine with me. Oh, I should have played Bounce Land first, but whatever. Bad sequencing on my part. Hopefully it won't bite us, but looks like it's not going to. And we could cycle Generous Int for a extra basic forest here, but I don't think that we're about that. I don't know why YouTube chat is so weird. They may not have the Outburst, by the way, because they didn't Outburst on our Incept there, so something to consider. Treefolk Harbinger, you say. So if we transmute for Summoner's Pact and cast Pact and they force it, then we can just play another ring. I guess we should draw here first before anything else, huh? Yeah, now we don't have to worry about all that. So I guess we just cast a Titan. See what happens. And we probably get Valcut Bounce Land so that in case they bounce Dryad in response, we can just float with a forest and then play forest into One Ring. Well, if they do that, I mean, we can just double block and be fine. I'm just going double Valcut, actually. We have a Treefolk Harbinger to block as well. Save these upstairs. Make them have the bounce spell. And they do. It's fine. Oh, wait, we can just play Dryad. What? Oh, my gosh. That was not what I intended to do. I clicked the wrong one. We're using the ability. Guess we might as well. Do we want to pick any of these, though? Honestly, probably not. I think I'm just going to say done. That was real bad. Well, I guess we're playing a Bounce Land and passing. Luckily, I don't think there's anything they can do to punish us here. We can take 4, 5, 6, 7, and then another 2 from our One Ring. They could have, I guess, the Trample spell. Which I don't think they've showed us. Something blocking like this, I think. Fury. Okay. I don't think that matters. I think they're just going to be dead to the Dryad. They pitched a Fury for the Fury, by the way. Yeah, they're dead. Cool. They're just DED. Alright, here's Dryad, land. Okay, got there anyways, despite the slight misstep there. Okay, we want explosives. I think that's about it. Beast Within doesn't make much sense. You just trades with a Rhino and doesn't do much else. Warvar's not great. Dismember is good against specifically Magus, but I'm not really that worried about it. I guess we trim Map and 1 Saga. Call it a day. The best card in this matchup by far is Engineered Explosives, so... this hand's pretty good. Alright, we'll keep this one. They kept their 7 tentatively, and no suspend footfalls on 1, so I wonder what they were thinking so hard about. Doesn't change our plan. Sure. I guess we're playing T-West. Hey, that can transmute for an explosives. That is a Engineered Explosives in disguise. If they just play Shardless here, do we just slam the ring? It's an interesting question. Probably just get forced out of this world, but we could also go Bounce Land, pick up T-West after floating, and then play Dryad into T-West. And then if we top deck a Titan, or... So if we top deck a Summoner's Pact, then we can play around Force a bit by pacting, forcing them to force it, and then playing One Ring instead. Because we could just take a hit from this. But it also... I mean, at the very least, if we jam the One Ring, it makes them pitch a card to force, as opposed to just holding it up hardcast, but it doesn't look like they have... Oh, man, we have the Titan as well. I guess we're doing this. Not playing into force just yet. And now if we can top deck a Bounce Land, we can transmute for explosives on 0. We have a One Ring or Titan this upcoming turn, depending on how we feel about things. Definitely making this block, and I think this block too. They can get rid of our Dryad with a Fury if they like, or tap in a red and killing it with a burn spell. Blood Moon. Well, at least we have the One Ring, huh? Land. That one's really good. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna bait with the One Ring first, because I think we'd rather have our explosives in play than the One Ring. Land. Nice. Play this on 0, I guess, because they didn't have force immediately. And we can attack here because our One Ring triggered. And we can play Dryad to unlock our colors again. We'll run One Ring here, once again. A Treefolk Harbinger to find another actual force. It's probably pretty good. Play Sunhome, Dryad, make green, play Treefolk Harbinger, I suppose? Yes. And I guess we get the Generous Int here, because that can cycle for forest or allow us to play a threat. We're just playing the Vesuva here as a nothing. I think we're going to have plenty of land drops, so I'll just go ahead and play out the Vesuva, just in case it matters. And we have a Dryad on reserve, in the case that we need to play it again to unlock all of our stuff. Here we'll definitely double block a Rhino, and then single block a Rhino. I don't care if they kill a Dryad here or not. Actually, maybe I should, though. And we can always just play the int here instead of a titan. That seems kind of crazy, but it's not the worst. Do we want to go ahead and expose this? I don't think so. No way to know if they killed the right dryad or not, so I guess we'll find out this upcoming turn. Doing it this way lets us use our explosives to better effect, so very important to keep our life total as high as possible with the One Ring in play. There's another Blood Moon. Okay, well then it wouldn't have mattered if we lost dryad or not. I think we're still keeping our explosives at bay here. We draw the int that we knew about. Let's go ahead and draw with the ring as well. Hey, and we found the second forest. We can keep Besaiger in hand. We'll go forest, titan, getting 2 more forests. That's fine. Could get a bit of a Val cut, but I don't feel like we need to. And then we just hold up the EE, I guess. I think we just keep bouncing in hand, although we're going to have plenty of cards. Actually, we don't. We're going to have plenty of cards from this One Ring, so play out the land. Generosant will gain us 3 life to help keep our ring train going as well, so that's cool. Shardless, huh? Okay, I mean, we're definitely going to be popping explosives then. I mean, let's just do this now, I guess. We'll draw and see if we can find another Besaiger. No such Besaiger, but that's all right. Okay, so let's go to combat, I suppose. We'll swing out. We'll get the second Valakut and one of these forests. See if they want to make any blocks. Feeling pretty good about this particular game. As long as we don't accidentally skip through second main phase. Not feeling too bad about this. So second Dryad, play a Grazer, not use it, play another Titan. I was trying to think if there's any reason to play Int over Titan, but I couldn't think of one. Forest, and I guess Slayers. I think maybe we have enough land drops to play another Dryad as well. I would definitely go green 1/1, play Dryad, pass back. I think maybe we got there. Hey, hey, how about that 3 and 2 with freaking Treefolk Amulet against 3 Rhinos opponents? That's not bad, huh?